Hi, and welcome back to the channel. At this point in time, you've had an opportunity to find yourself an agent. You've had a sit-down conversation with them where you developed a personal relationship, and you also articulated your wants and needs in a property, and they've probably put together a list of properties for you to get out and see. Today, what I would like to talk about is what to look for when you're out at these properties with your agent. Again, I will provide 3 tips and tricks that should help drive this process for you and make it more effective. The first one is just what I like to call the first impression. You're making your way through the neighborhood, you're approaching the property. Does this meet your wants and needs? Is this somewhere that you can see yourself being? Is this the type of property that you think you want to invest in? Now, I can tell you the number one thing that I do when I'm approaching the property is I look at how well maintained that property is. If a property is well maintained on the outside, there's a really good chance that it's going to be maintained just as well on the inside. So maintenance can really show the overall health or indicate the overall health of a property. So take that into consideration. If you see a property that's not well maintained, it's probably not going to get better as you start walking through that property. So again, first impression is key, and a lot of times I like to jot down what my first impressions were as I approach that property. And the second one is what I like to call major issues or major concerns. And this is really around items for the property that could lead to major issues or major concerns for you in the purchasing process. So as you're walking through the property with your agent, I like to ask questions about, talk to me about the age of the property, talk to me about the roofing system, talk to me about the heating and cooling, maybe even some questions around the foundation or the electrical system. I also like to talk to the agent about any past issues this property may have. Were there water, was there mold, was there a potential fire, or maybe something that really was kind of destructive to the property in the past. Now, your agent is not going to be able to provide that construction expertise about the property or about the issues, but a really good agent should be able to articulate which of those are issues for you and which of those should be concerns, or if they're not concerns at all. So as you're walking through the property, have that conversation with your agent. Talk to them, ask them those questions to see how well they know the property and how well they can answer the questions that you're asking. If there are minor issues or concerns with a property, those are typically things that can be addressed. But for some of those more major issues or major concerns, those are some things that can really drive your decision on if this is the right property for you. So again, make sure you have conversation with the agent as you're walking through the property about any of the major issues or major concerns. And as I'm walking back to the vehicle with the agent, getting in the car, ready to go to the next property, I like to just take in really, what did I feel about the property? Did I like it? Did I not like it? Was it something that met really my wants and needs? What I also like to do is kind of quiz the agent at this point in time. Did they think it was a good property? Would they invest in it? Is it something that they do truly feel fits my wants and needs for a property? I know this sounds a little bit subjective, but really, how do you feel about that property without becoming emotionally attached to the property can help you make the right decision and at least start the conversation about, is this the right property or is it not the right property for me? So again, to wrap today up, what I would just like to say is jot down what your first impression is as you're entering the neighborhood, as you're getting to the property, and always look at how well maintained that property is. It's a key indicator for the overall health of the property. 2, make sure you're having conversations about what could be major issues or concerns with the agent as you're walking that property. And the third one, as you're walking away, you're getting in the car, how do you feel about that property? Does it feel like something that you want to invest in, or does it feel like something that you would pass on? Jotting those things down and making sure that you have them as reference for when you're comparing them with other properties will definitely be something that helps you make the right decision. So again, thanks for joining. I hope this was helpful for you. As always, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and thanks again.